Well, welcome back. And in this story titled Maha Balashalinau, Balashalihi, Balashali is Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Balashalin is Nakaranda Shabdaha, like Mantrin, Mantri, Mantrinau, Mantrinaha. Balashali, Balashalinau, Balashalinaha. Maha means great. Maha Balashalinau. So, Dvivachanam, two people who are very strong. That is the meaning of the story title. Kasyachit vanasya samipam Sharabhendra namakaha kaschit balashali asit. So, Kasyachit vanasya samipam, near to some forest, Sharabhendra namakaha, in the name of Sharabhendraha, kaschit balashali asit. Some strong person was there. प्रपञ्चे एव मत्तः अपि अधिकबलशाली नास्ति इति तस्य भावना अस्ति. So he thought there is no one equal to me in this world. यतः सः प्रतिदिनं वनं गत्वा काष्ठस्य महान्तं बन्धमेव आनयति स्म. Because he goes to forest every day and he brings kashtha means that wood log. Bandha means a lot or a package. So very great packed wood logs he used to bring. So earlier days, some people who were living nearby forest, they go to forest, they collect firewood and they sell in the nearby village and the city. Like that, some people were living. When I was going to school, I saw such people coming on road selling firewood. सः बन्धः सामान्यबन्धस्य दशगुणितभारयुक्तः भवति स्म. So that pack of firewood, it was used to be 10 times of a normal firewood. See, the firewood normally they arrange it in some size and they carry on their head. So the load we can understand, maybe some 50 kg, something like that. They can carry on their head. But the package this Sharabhendra was carrying, Dashagunita Bharayuktaha, it was 10 times heavier than ordinary packages. Tavat Bharayuktam Bharabandham Griham Aniya Patnim Vadati Sma. And he brings such a heavy package of firewood, wood log, and he tells his wife, Aham Kaliyugasya Bhimaha Asmi, Pashyatu Kiyat Brihat Bandham Anitavan Asmi iti. So he says to his wife, I am the Bhima of Kali Yuga. You see how much heavy log I brought, like that. Bhimakayaha bhavane balashali syatyeva. Kahana iti vadati. You may be having a very stout body, maybe like a strong person. Who says no? Parantu bhavane mahabala sadrishaha tu na. But you are not equal to that great strong people. Iti vadati sma Sharabendrasya patni Durgavati. So the wife of Sharabendra is Durgavati. So she used to say, okay, you are having big body and you are strong, but you are not equal to the great, very strong people. Tada Sharabendraha kopena vachanena kim prayojanam. What is the use of simply talking? Mama apekshaya, compared to me, adhika balashalinam tam darshayatu. You show me who is more stronger than me. Tada vishvasimi, then I will believe, like that. Ekasmin dine Durga Devi ghatam shirasi samstapya jalamanetum kupam gatavate. And some day, this Durgavati, he kept a pot on his head and he went to a well to collect water. Again, earlier days, every house was not having water tap like nowadays we have, because there will be common well or some common tap, this borewell tap. From there, people used to collect water. So she went to collect water. Yada sa koopat patram uddhartum prayatnam kritavati tada bharat tat upari eva na agatam. When she tried to lift that water from the well, because of weight, it didn't come out. Sa bahuprayatnam kritavati. And she made so much attempt. Ante api ghatam upari anetum ashaknuvati sa khedena rajyum tatraiva samstapya rikta ghatameva svikritya griham prati prasthitavati. So in the end, even after trying enough, she went home with the empty pot and left the rajju. Rajju means the rope which we use to take water from the well. Pratigamana samaye vanamarge anyasyaha दिशः काचित् महिला लघुशिशुम् उन्नीय रिक्तघटं स्वीकृत्य जलार्थम् आगच्छन्ती आसीत्. So while coming back, प्रतिगमन समये वनमार्गे in the forest, अन्यस्याः दिशः in some other direction, काचित् महिला some lady लघुशिशुम् उन्नीय carrying a small child रिक्तघटं स्वीकृत्य and taking one empty pot jalartham agachanti asit. She was coming for picking water. Sa Durgavatim drishtuva. And looking at Durgavati, that lady told, Kimartham rikta ghatam grihitva pratyagachanti asti bhavati. Why are you coming with the empty pot? Kupaha shushkaha jataha kim? Iti prishtavati. Whether the well dried, shushkaha means dry. Whether the well dried means is there no water in the well, like that. Tatha na kupataha patrameva bahihi na agacchati. No, it is not so that the bucket or something, it is not coming out of that well because of the heaviness. Prayashaha dasha janaha balat rajjum akarshanti chedapi tat jalapatram uparina agacchati iti manye. So she says, even if some probably, prayashaha means probably, even if 10 people pull, then that vessel don't come out of that well, like that. Like that I feel, aham manye. Kupe kopi pishachaha asti iti bhati mama iti uktavati Durgavati. And I feel there is some ghost in the well, which is pulling that because of its strength. Like that she said. Tavadeva kila. Oh, is it only that much? Maya saha agachatu. You come along with me. Bhavati yavat ichchati tavat jalam udhritya dadami iti uktavati sa mahila. So that lady who was coming with a child, okay, is it so? You come with me, I will give you as much water as you want. Durgavati samshayena eva taya saha gatavati. So doubtfully, Durgavati went along with her. Yada kupaha praptaha tada Durgavati uttavati. When they reached the well, then Durgavati told, Aham mahata kashtena api jalam uddhartumeva ashakta jata bhavatya katham shakyeta. Like that. I, with so much difficulty, unable to lift. How can you do? How it is possible by you? Katham shakyeta means by you how it would be possible. Tataha sa rajjum grahitva punarapi prayatnam kartum uddikta abhavat. So after that again she tried to lift the water by pulling the rope. So we can see in the picture. Okay. तावती काले महिलायाः कटौ उपविष्टः बालकः दुर्गावत्याः हस्ते स्थितां रज्जुं गृहीत्वा विनायासं पात्रम् उद्धृतवान्. By that time, the young boy, or the child, which was on the hip of that lady, you can see in the picture, the child pulled the rope and he took that vessel out of the water. So everything we can see in the picture. Durgavati etat drishtva digbhranta abhavat. And by looking this, she became stunned. How is this? A small boy, even a child, not a boy, who is sitting on the lap of the mother. How can he pull this much weight? Balakasya sahayena Ubhe api mahile. With the help of the boy, both the ladies samyak snatva vastrani prakshalya swaghatam jalena puritavatyau. So they took bath and they washed their clothes and they filled the pot. Marge Durgavati tasyaha mahilayaha vishayan sarvan sangrahitavati. So en route, while coming back, she collected all the information related to that lady. Yatasmin marge eva mama grihamasti mama patyuhu nama mahabalaha iti uktva mahila putrena saha gatavati. In this route only, my house is there and my husband's name is Mahabalaha. Like that she told. Durgavati griham agatya pravrittam sarvam api patim uttavati. And Durgavati came home and told everything to husband, who is thinking I am the strongest man in the world, like that. Yatasmin pradeshe Mahabalaha anyaha asti va kutra tishtati saha tam idanim eva samharishyami iti uktavan Sharabhendraha. Is there anyone who is stronger than me in this area? Where is he? Now itself I will go and samharishyami means I will kill him. So this is the problem with the people who are having power. If somebody is more powerful, he wants other powerful man to be killed. Similarly, if somebody is more wealthier, he wants the other wealthiest man to be swallowed and he wants to remain as the wealthier. But somebody who is a scholar, who studied more and more, if he finds some other person who knows still better, then he learns from that person. He doesn't want to kill him or swallow him. Tasya sahavasaha sarvatham mastu. Saha yadi bhavantam marayet tarhi mama gatihi ka bhavete. So the wife is Durgavati is telling, Tasya sahavasaha sarvatha mastu means don't go in his way or don't make enmity with that fellow. Sahavasaha means, vasaha means to say. Sahavasaha means to say, to stay together. It is something like you don't make any type of acquaintance with that fellow. Saha yadi bhavantam mare. If he kills you, tarhi then mama gatihi ka. Then what happens to me? Tasya shishuhu eva yadi tavat balashali asti. So here balashali is pratama vibhakti ekavacham. If his son itself or the boy itself, child itself, shishuhu means child. If the child itself so much strong, tarhi tasya shaktihi kiyati syat, then what could be his strength? Iti atanka mishritena swarena muktavati Durgavati. Like that in a worried way, Durgavati told. Sharabendraha patnyaha vachanam upekshamaanaha shvaha prataha tasya grihasya margam darshayatu. Agrimam yathochitam aham karishyami iti uktavan. And this Sharabhendra with the don't care attitude of wife's worries. Tomorrow morning, you just show his house. Then what is to be done next, that I will decide. Anantara dine saha sharam dhanuhu khatgadikam cha svikritya patnya saha prastitavan. So on the next day he took bow, arrow and the sword and he went along with the wife. Mahabalasya griha gamanat purvam kupasya vishaye jnatum ichan saha kupasya samipam gatavan. And before going to the Mahabala's house, he wanted to check the wife's word regarding the water vessel which can't be lifted from the well. So he went near the well. Tasmin samaye eva Mahabalasya patni api tatra agatavati. At that time only, the Mahabala's wife also came there. Sharabendraha tasyaha hastat patram svikritya kupasya antaha preshayitva. And he took the vessel from the Mahabala's wife and he keeping it in the well. Etat laghupatram uddhartum dasha janaha avashyakaha kim iti vadanne patram uddhartum prayatnam kritavan. To lift this small vessel, water using this small vessel, whether 10 people are required Like that, he tried to lift. Mahata prayatnena patram kinchit upari anitavan saha. With so much effort, he just lifted a little bit that water-filled vessel. Parantu patrasya bharaha adhikaha asit ityataha Sharabendraha eva akrishtaha jataha. Because the weight of that water, the vessel, it was so heavy, Sharabendra himself was pulled in the well. Yadi tasmin kshane balakaha Sharabendram na agrahishyat. You can see in the picture, at that time, this small boy, he held the foot of that Sharabendra. Yadi, if, yadi means if, tasmin kshane, on that moment, balakaha Sharabendram na agrahishyat. Had the boy not caught hold of Sharabendra, tarihi Sharabendraha kupe apatishyat. Then Sharabendra might have fallen in the well. Anantaram saha balaha Sharabendrasya hastat rajyum svikritya vinayasam patram utthitavan. Then that boy, he took the rope from Sharabendra and he lifted that water-filled vessel very easily. Idanim va vishayam gnatavan kila bhavane tushnim griham gacchatu iti patim muktavati Durgavati. Then Durgavati told her, you came to know, at least by now. So silently you come home, like that. Asmin vyavahare kimapi indrajalam asti. In this some vyavahara, means in this some activity, there is some magic. Indrajalam means some magic. Aham Mahabalena militva sarvam pratyaksham drishtva eva pratyagamishyami. I will return back after meeting Mahabala and having understood everything. Iti muktavan Sharabendraha. Like that Sharabendra told. Bhavataha lalate yat likhitam tat maya parivartayitum shakyate kim. Can I change anything written on your fate? Lalate is forehead. So it is believed as per our Shastra, the fate of everybody is written on the forehead. Ahantu bhavata saha na agamishyami iti vadanti griham prati prastitavati Durgavati. Durgavati told, who can help you? Someone whose fate is decided in that fashion. I don't come, so I go home. Like that, she went to home. Sa Mahila Sharabendra Muddishya. And then that lady with the child, she told to Sharabendra, Mama Vachanam Shrunotu, you listen to me. Bhavanapi Sasya Griham Prati Kachatu. You also go to your home. Mama Patyuhu Purataha Agamanam Tavatu Uttamam Na Iti Muktavati. So it is not good to come in front of my husband like that. And we can see here the husband maybe some Rakshasa. तथापि शरपेन्द्रः एतत् अनङ्गीकुर्वन् तस्याः गृहपर्यन्तं गतवान्. So even after this warning, Sharabendra showed a don't care attitude and he went to the house of this Mahabala. Mama patihi mrigayartham gatavan asti. My husband has gone for hunting. Ekavaram ekam gajameva saha khadati. And one time he eats one elephant. One elephant he eats at one time. Ataha bhavani kutrapi niliya tataha evam tam pashyatu. Tataha eva tam pashyatu. So you hide yourself somewhere and you look at my husband. Purataha yadi gacchati tarihi bhavantam eva khadetu saha. If you go in front of him, then he will eat you only. Iti Muktavati Mahabalasya Patni. Like that, Mahabala's wife cautioned. Sa tam ekasmin mahati patre upaveshitavati. And she kept him or made him to sit in a big vessel. Tasmin Sharabendraha padasya angulinam adharena tishtati chetyeva bahihi pravartamanam drashtum shaknoti sma. Tasmin, in that vessel or in that box like something, patra, Sharabendraha padasya angulinam adharena tishtati chetyeva. That means it is a very big vessel, so he has to stand on the fingers of the foot, like that, like as if he is trying to heighten himself and look outside, like that. Sometimes we suppose our height is less and we want to take something which is in a higher position. So what we do naturally, we flex our calf muscle by standing on the fingers of the foot. So like that, if you stand, then only you can see. That means the vessel is so big that we have to understand. Maybe because he is a Rakshasa, everything is in big size there. He eats one elephant at one time. Okay. So what is going? Bahihi pravartamanam drashtum shaknoti. So what is going outside, he can see. Sayankale mahane chandamarutaha udbhavataha. Means in the evening, a cyclone like something happened. Mahabalaha grihasya anganam agatya. And Mahabala having come to the front yard of the house, that backyard, front yard, like that, that is called angana. Aye, gajam paktavati kim? Oh dear, have you cooked the elephant? Iti uchaswarena prishtava. Like that, in a louder voice, he asked. तस्य स्वरस्य उच्चतायाः कारणतः तत्र स्थितानि वस्तूनि सर्वाणि. Because of the louder voice of that Mahabala, all the vessels which was kept in that area, kampitani, it all shaken. So it vibrated. Such a strong voice. Sharabendraha yasmin patre asit tatapi kambitam. And in which vessel Sharabendra was hiding, that also shaken. Tada Sharabendraha bahubhitaha jataha. Then Sharabendra became very much feared. Yashaha Mahabalaha mama apekshaya balashali iti tena jnatam. And he came to know this Mahabala is more stronger than me. Mahabalasya patni uttavati gajaha siddha asti khaditum agacchatu iti. And Mahabala's wife told her, the elephant is ready, cooked well, you come for eating. Kinchit tishtatu kutaschit manushyasya gandaha agacchati. Okay, you wait some time. From somewhere I am getting the smell of human. Manushya mamsam khaditavataha mama bahuni dinani atitani. So many days passed since I ate a human flesh. Iti vadanne Mahabalaha griham paritaha anveshanam kritavan. So he looked around the house. Yada Mahabalaha duram gatavan tada tasya patni Sharabendrasya samipam gatva. Then when Mahabala went somewhat away, then the wife went to Sharabendra. Mama pati bhojananantaram nidrati. My husband sleeps after food. Tada aham deepam vatayane stapayami. Then I place some lamp on the vatayana means window. Itaha bhavataha nirgamanartham saeva suchana. And that is only the indication for you to get away from here. Yada suchana prapyate tada avilambena nirgachatu bhavane. When you get that indication, avilambena means without any delay. Nirgachatu bhavan means you get away, go away from here. Punaha kadapi asmin parshve padamapi ma sthapayatu iti suchitavati. Again, don't place your foot at all in this way, in this marga. Means in this area, somewhere nearby, don't place your foot. That means you don't come anywhere near to this area. Like that she told. कदापि न आगमिष्यामि मातः मया एतावता एव विवेकः प्राप्तः अस्ति इति उक्तवान् शरबेन्द्रः. Sharabendra told, कदापि न आगमिष्यामि मातः. Oh mother, I will never come this side. मया एतावता एव विवेकः प्राप्तः अस्ति. By this time I got wisdom. Like that he told. Ratro kadachit vatayane deepaha drishtaha. So in the night, sometime in the window, the lamp was seen. Sharabendraha mandagatya patrat bahihi agatya vegena tataha davitavan. And Sharabendra silently, very slowly, he came out of the vessel and he started running. यावत् सः किञ्चित् दूरं गतवान् तावता महान् चण्डमारुतः आगतः. When he came some distance, by that time a cyclone like Chandamarutaha means very cyclonic like uh, uh, that nature, that environment, it became Manushasya Gandaha. Oh, smell of, because the smell is carried away by air. So here that Chandamarutha is something like a strong wind. So that strong wind carried the smell of the Sharabendra. Manushasya Gandaha, smell of human. Manushasya Gandaha iti vachanani shrutani. Smell of human, smell of human, like that. He heard the words. Yeshaha Mahabalasya Soraha eva iti avagachan Sharabendraha dhavanasya vegam yavat shakti Vardhitavan. Yavat Shakti Vardhitavan. How much possible he increased his speed of running. Sharabendrasya Prishtataha eva Mahabalaha Anudhavan Agatavan. And following him, Mahabala came behind him. Chandamarutataha to Anuvartamanaha eva asti. And the Mahabala is running in such a way that he is just following that heavy wind, that cyclonic wind. Sharabendrasya padayohi shakti yadyapi nashta asit tathapi saha vayukaranataha agre gachan asti. So even though Sharabendra's leg became weak because of the force of the wind, he was running. Saha aranya abhimukam dhavan asit iti karanatah bauduram gatam chetapi janasancharaha na drishtaha eva. Because he was running through the forest route, even after going very far distance, there were no humans seen. Atrantre Sharabendrena kinchit vichitram drishyam drishtam. So in that meantime, Sharabendra saw something peculiar. Tasya pranaha gataha iva. Pranaha gataha iva. Pranaha always is bahuvachana. So you can see in all places pranaha, like that it is used. Pranaha, like that we don't use. Pranaha gataha iva. As if he is dying, he felt. Aranya madhye kaschit mahakayaha vanya praninaha sarvan ekatrikritya tan chitva kadan asthini kshipan asit. Aranya Madhye, in the mid of the forest, Kaschit Mahakayaha, some very strong person, very heavy body person, Vanya Praninaha Sarvanu Ekatri Kritya, collecting all these forest animals at one end, Tanu Chitva, and by breaking, Khadan Astini Kshipan Asit, eating and throwing the bones. कहा भवान् कः भवतः पृष्ठतः अनुधावन् अस्ति इति सः महाकायः शरभेन्द्रं पृष्टवान्. That heavy body person, he asked Sharabendra, who are you? Who is running behind you? Like that. Kaschit Mahabalaha iti uktavan Sharabendraha kampamana swarena. In a shivering voice, Sharabendra told, someone who is called Mahabalaha. Mahakayaha kopena garjan. And that big body person angrily, garjan means roaring. Vanasya rakshasaha san aham atra asmi. I am the, I am available here. Aham atra asmi means I am here as the rakshasa of the forest. I am the daman of the forest. Evam sthite anyaha mahabalaha katam syat loke. When I am here, how can be there another strong person in the world? Agachyatu namasaha. Okay, let him come. Tasya prananu apaharami. Iti uktavan. I will take away his life. Like I said earlier, a strong person always wants to take away the life of another strong person. So many Purana story, everywhere you can find that. Tasmin samaye Mahabalaha samipam agatava. So by that time that Mahabala came close, tena saha agatena chandamarutena. And along with Mahabala, that cyclonic wind Sharabendraha upari kshiptaha. So that wind which came along with him, because a very heavy body when it is running, there will be so much of air force. So that simply lifted and thrown this Sharabendra. Tena karanena saha kasyanchit shakayam lambamanaha atishtat. So because of that, the Sharabendra who was lifted and thrown, he started hanging in some branch. Kasyamchit shakha, some branch of a tree, lambamana. So he started hanging. अतः एव सः महाबल महाकाययोः मध्ये प्रचलितं युद्धं दृष्टवान्. And sitting on the branch of a tree, he saw the fighting between Mahabala and Mahakaya. Tau abhimukam sthitva kinchit kalam parasparam drishtavantam. And both of them, they looked at each other. Anantaram tayohu yuddham arabdham. Then their fighting started. Tayohu tadana kroshadibihi shailaha api bhagnaha jataha. So because of those people beating, falling like that, hitting, even the big boulders, pahad, what is the Shailaha? Shaila means big boulder like stones. They also became Bhaknaha. It got broken into pieces. Pratah paryantam ubhau api evameva yuddham kurvantau yugapat akasham prati uddiya megheshu adrishyau jatau. So till morning, they were doing fighting like this, and in the morning time, they just flew in the sky and vanished. And generally, it is said that this Rakshasa, they get power in the night. So all Shastra Purana, we will see that. That means the meaning what we have to take is all the bad activity generally happens in the dark, because it makes us to do all bad thing. Daylight, that Surya Kirana, it makes us to do good thing like that. That is the general meaning. Parantu tada tada garjana tadanadaya shabdaha tu shruyante sma. Even though they vanished, but every now and then they were getting some roaring and some sound, like a cloud during raining season. We don't see anybody there, but we get some sound, thundering sound. तयोः कस्य जयः अभवत् इति द्रष्टव्यम् इति बहुकालपर्यन्तं शरभेन्द्रः निरीक्षमाणः आसीत्. Who won among those two like that? For a long time, Sharabendra was waiting. Parantu tau dau bhumim na avatirna pantau eva. But both of them didn't come to the ground. Ante saha vrikshat avatirya margam anvishyan griham gatavan. And finally, he got down from the tree and he found the route to go back home. एतस्य प्रकरणस्य अनन्तरं कदापि शरभेन्द्रः स्वशक्तेः विषये पत्न्याः अन्यस्य कस्यापि पुरतः वा न उक्तवान् एव. So after this he got the lesson. Never he told in front of his wife or any other person regarding his strength. तस्मिन् प्रान्ते अद्यापि यदा मेघगर्जनं भवति तदा महाबलौ युद्धं कुरुतः एव स्तः इति वदन्ति जनाः. So in that area, even now when the clouds are roaring, people say that Mahabala is doing some fighting like that. It's like a folk story, yeah, correct, folk tale like that we say. So it's a nice story. We can understand, like I said, a rich person wants to be remained as rich. A, a strong person wants to remain as a strong. But a learned person, he learns from others. He doesn't disturb anybody. Okay, hope you liked it, and I will come up with some other new story. Take care. Bye-bye.